In this 1-minute overview, we're looking at this knife. This is the Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield number 82 Dixie Stock Knife. So this is a knife that they've released in 2018. They did a previous run in 2014, and it's a pattern that I really like. So it's a serpentine equal end pattern, and this is a stockman. So there's a main blade that takes up one of the springs, and then the second spring has two blades, two smaller blades. So this is a stockman style pattern, but the blade shapes are a little different than your typical stockman. It does have a clip point for the main blade, which is pretty typical of a traditional stockman. It's more of a Turkish clip point, which isn't, the most traditional, but still a traditional blade shape for a stockman. But normally a stockman will have a sheep foot, whereas this has a Wharncliffe, and a spay blade, whereas this has a drop point. And actually, that's one of the biggest things that I like about this knife and this pattern is that it has those blade shapes. I think that the Wharncliffe and drop point are more useful blade shapes than the sheep foot and spay blade, although I do have knives with those and like those also. Now, this is the Stag version. There were fewer of these made, and most of the dealers only got fewer than 10 of these, so they were somewhat difficult to get. But the Stag that I got is really, really nice. I was very happy to be able to look at pictures of the knives, and boy, this is a nice Stag. Very evenly matched. I like that it has a little bit of white where they ground it to meet the bolsters. And then the other side is very evenly matched with some nice, white on the sides and then darker in the center. And it's not super, super thick, not super, super thin, so right where I like it to be. So I'm really happy with it. The pull on this knife is a little lighter. It's about let's say a 5 on the main blade and a 4 on the other two secondary blades. I haven't put any oil on this yet, and you can see that it still does snap. So I think that even though the pull is lighter, it's going to be totally fine. It's going to work well and make it a knife that's going to be easy to use. So overall, I'm really, really happy with this knife. I'm going to be doing a comparison between this and the 2014 version. So watch out for that knife talk video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to get a notification when I post that video. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. But don't forget to go out and do good.